On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
We're doing the things that married folks do,
Mm-hmm.
putting themselves in a position that married folks are best suited to oversee, such as the potential for having a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they didn't want to do the things and make the steps or take the steps in order to ensure that they put themselves in the best position possible to oversee those situations. So the problem is that they still need that structure, right? Marriage is not a noose like other people, like people really think it is. It's not. It is probably one of
a
the
lot of times people are
it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my entire life. And you talking to a dude that went broke. I went broke. I got up. I got down. The whole thing. And I'm just going to tell you, there's nobody in this world, not one person, not my daughter herself, that will ever garner the respect, the love, the dedication that will ever have even remotely the same type of weight as my wife do. So it's different from what you should do versus what's in your best interest when it comes to how it is that we're moving around in society and where it is that you can find yourself to be the most successful in a relationship. It's a completely different conversation.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me clarify, and I still stand on what I said initially, because not just on this platform and not the conversations that we normally have, but even through my travels throughout the manosphere, the message that gets communicated to young bloods is stay on your purpose, stay on your grind. You're not even ready until you're at least 30 plus. You don't even find yourself until you're 30 as a man.
That, though.
I mean, and I
disagree. I got married when I was 22 years old.
No, that part I know about you, and this is why you get all the pushback about being an anomaly and an outlier, and that's a whole nother conversation, bro, because I've come to a different understanding with you on that, so I salute and respect.
But he's not an anomaly. Do you know how many young black, like, I didn't want to bring this in.
Well, he gets that pushback all the time. I'm just saying.
I can't wait to jump in on this.
Listen, what this is, see, what happens is this. But when you tell him, the young man, first of all, he's not celibate. He's not a virgin. He's not celibate. But you're telling him to wait till he's 35 to take a woman seriously. Why he could whore the whole entire 20s. And then into his mid 30s. And then you expect him to be faithful? Do you know how many problems he's bringing into that young girl's
man? Is my spirit animal.
I agree.
He is my spirit animal, bro.
It doesn't even make sense. Let me tell you something. Older men, like we men, all right? Men that's with women that wasn't with them shooting in the gym has a different type of respect for them. It's not the same. When a woman is with you shooting in the gym, with you watching while you learning and practicing being a leader, because what it is, she want the easy way out. Oh, he has to already have his shit together. That doesn't so you don't want to put no work in. So you just want to be able to run into a man who I got his whistling together, and you think he's going to give you the proper respect. That's never going to happen. Now you want to.
I'm about to hug my computer. Hold on.
Listen, it's just
you don't know how long I had time been waiting for this. Man.
I really will. Ooh.
Hey, yo, I'm just saying, like, so women, the problem is that we have to teach our daughters also that young man that she's in, if she's going to college, find somebody. If you're going to school for law, find somebody in law. Find somebody that's doing the same thing that y'all can grind and build something together, because she got flaws that he has to learn to deal with too. He has to learn to be a leader. And she falls in love with a man that she been with and watching him evolve and helping evolve, and this man is helping her evolve. That's a love bond, or that's a different type of bond that can't be broken, bro. Or if only people that could break it is them two. No one can really get in between that two. But older dude who got the bread, I'm making over 150,000 a year, and here I'm about to come save a young girl. Do you think I don't want to hear her thoughts? Do you think I want to hear her thoughts?
Oh my God, this man is preaching. I'm about to get my collection plate. Where's my collection plate?
It just doesn't make sense for men. And I watch men. First of all, most men who are successful has a woman by his side. Those men that become successful, that doesn't have a woman by his side, have trust issues, go through a whole different type of court process. Look at Tone. Tone like,
I'm about to explode.
Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead, bro.
I'm about to explode. I disagree on some things. I'm right with you on some other stuff. Anton, you're 100% an outlier. And then a lot of times as men, and this is the thing, and in most cases, men, we don't get our stuff together financially. There's a thing as being I totally agree with you, what you're saying, being a leader. Yes, you want to be a leader, and having a woman grow with you as you become that leader is an awesome thing. But in a sense of, a lot of times there's different personality types with people like myself, where you lock in, and you doing things I'll just use myself as an example.
Mm-hmm.
In the Midwest, in the late 90s, early 2000s, I say I want to be a radio personality. That shit ain't normal, because nobody in my family does anything but education, engineering, or some type of business. So now you go to school with people that come out, and they're making all this, they're making money, they can start their families. When you start off in entertainment, let me tell you, the bread ain't there. You can't support barely yourself. Most times people are living in their mama's house. So as a man, you want to be able to sustain a family. And a lot of people, and as we look now, as the world has changed, it's different. People had whole mortgages at 22. Your parents had, and their grandparents had mortgages at 22. They were highly successful because of the way the world was. Now people are maturing later in a sense of financially and becoming into their own. I just think as a man.
But why though?
Hold on, Rashawn. Let me finish.
I think as a man, I just really think as a man, speaking from the male perspective, it ain't about hoeing. It's not about that. It's about having that base and being comfortable and being able to take care of, and knowing you're going to be the head of that household, and being able to understand and have the responsibility, understand the responsibilities that come with it. And like I said, I mean, most guys, to me, when I look at a lot of my friends, they didn't really get into their vibe until they was like 30.
But Tone, you know the one thing that's wrong with your argument?
Okay.
Is that they wasn't celibate the whole time that they was on their come up either.
That's true. That's true.
So they were doing the things that married folks do,
Mm-hmm.
putting themselves in a position that married folks are best suited to oversee, such as the potential for having a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they didn't want to do the things and make the steps or take the steps in order to ensure that they put themselves in the best position possible to oversee those situations. So the problem is that they still need that structure, right? Marriage is not a noose like other people, like people really think it is. It's not. It is probably one of
a lot of times people are
one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my entire life. And you talking to a dude that went broke. I went broke. I got up. I got down, the whole thing. And I'm just going to tell you, there's nobody in this world, not one person, not my daughter herself, that will ever garner the respect, the love, the dedication, that will ever have even remotely the same type of weight as my wife do.